It's a beautiful Wednesday, March 25th, and you're listening to the Oklahoma Breakdown with Ikard and Lehman presented by Riverwind Casino. Riverwind is Oklahoma City's premier casino experience, and there are so many reasons why Riverwind is consistently voted OKC's number one casino, but it all starts with their amazing variety of gaming thrills and excitement. Riverwind's beautiful award-winning environment plays host to more than 2,800 of the latest electronic games with a huge selection of table games, including blackjack match, roulette, and Teddy's favorite, craps. No matter what your game, Riverwind has it in spades and hearts. And to learn more about their gaming promotions, entertainment options, all you got to do is visit riverwind.com. Riverwind Casino, always a good time. And it's spring football time in Oklahoma.
Let's get it on.
Let's go. Happy start to spring practice day, Ted.
Yeah, let's do this. Always a fun time of the year. Really is.
I feel like we do this every year. Our top questions going into spring practice.
Yep.
We do the same thing with training camp. It's just a really fun way to talk about the team, people. And people love lists, right? Everyone
right.
loves a list. We, per usual, have not shared our lists with each other.
I bet we got some crossover.
You think?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Dude, let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. We can't dilly-dally on this one. We're straight into it. It's spring football time, dude. There's practice today, bro. Let's go.
Okay, let me ask you something. I've got my 5 things. Or is there like an order of what's the most important, or are we just throwing 5 things out?
Obviously, go with most important.
Okay.
In your mind. Do you have them ranked by importance?
I don't, but it's very easy.
Okay. Well, then let's get to our top 5 questions for OU football heading into spring practice. Ted Lehman, your number one question.
Number one question, most important, is the run game.
Damn it.
I mean,
it's number one on my list.
It's going to be number one on everybody's list. I think it's number one on Brent Venables' list. We had him on, right? What are we going to do? Number one, your personnel has to develop in the positions. Like we went out in the transfer portal, addressed the tight end spot. We're more equipped now for blocking run game than we've been as long as I can remember at the tight end spot. But who's going to be your feature back, your go-to guy? I think there's probably going to be a pretty nice competition in the backfield with some guys. Brought in a transfer portal player. We got a couple of young players coming in. We got some returners. Curious to see how that unfolds. But to me, like the biggest thing is, what do we do different? Because we heard Venables on the podcast. He said, this isn't just a personnel issue, right? He said, how are we going to build off of it? Like the mindset, sticking with it, schematics. So I'm curious to see, what do they do different? Do we see a couple of plays that we haven't really featured in the past become kind of the bread and butter of our offense? Do we stay with the same stuff and maybe just try and block it different, try and find some different angles? I personally think that there's going to be some type of fairly significant change to our running game. Not just we got better people to block better type of situation, if that makes sense.
Velocity off the football.
Yeah.
Number one thing I'll be looking for when we go out to practice is the offensive line, are the tight ends, are they coming off the rock? And one of the easiest ways to fly off the football is to run wide zone.
Yeah.
Outside zone, mid zone, whatever you want to call it. That's how you run off the rock, man. And the more you do it, the more you run that play, the more it becomes just part of what you do.
And it's
I,
great for play action because you move people, you move backers, you move safeties. And I'll say this, like, I don't know how much Hayden Hansen cost in the transfer portal, but I got to imagine it's a significant number. There's not a lot of tight ends his size with his experience in this type of conference. And that's a very critical block in the outside zone scheme. And Florida was pretty good at it.
and it's critical on the front side and the back side.
Yeah.
But that backside cutoff, if you're running it to the open side, to the side without a tight end, or let's say you're in two tight ends and you're the backside guy, like that backside cutoff is huge. Cutting off the backside on outside zone, on wide zone, because you stretch the front side, you cut off the backside, you run in between. Very, very rarely do you run outside zone and capture the edge. You only do that against bad people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not playing a bunch of bad people in 2026, last time I checked.
No.
So the tight end position, we know that room has been overhauled. And that room is going to be expected to be able to execute some things that we just simply could not execute with our tight ends a year ago.
Yeah.
And that's it, because the way that you framed it, run game, I guess you could look at it. What are the run game changes going to be? The way that I always frame it is, what are your core runs?
Yep.
Your core runs are what you build your offense around.
It's first down, 4-minute offense. We got to get rid of some clock. What are we going to? You go into your bread and butter.
And we talked about it last season. What are we going to be good at? What runs are we going to be good at? What run when you're in the huddle, or, kind of, you're all standing by each other, whatever they call it these days. We huddled a little bit. When Mateer goes, hey, boys, we're running this. There needs to be a handful of plays where every dude on that O-line goes, oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Whether that's wide zone, I would expect counter to still be a big part of what we're doing. But you got to find your core runs, because you build everything off of that. And John Mateer running power, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about traditional run game. Turn, hand the ball to the running back, and roll people off the rock up front.
Yep. And we've talked about, like, one of the benefits of that is you take some stuff off of Mateer's plate, last year he's doing everything. Now, yeah, he's handing it off, but almost all those plays he's reading to see if he's supposed to hand it off. Am I keeping it? Am I pulling it and throwing it? It's a lot. It's a lot.
And you're going to have some read run game. You got a really athletic quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but you got to have some plays where John Mateer can just not think for a play and go, hey, I'm turning and handing it to this running back, and they're going to block zone, or they're going to block a gap scheme. And that's why that's my top question. What are the core runs for the 2026 Oklahoma Sooners? I can't wait to find out. I'm so excited about it. We have tight ends. We've got some young, but they got the offensive linemen that are really athletic, that have some seat time now. They've played some, man. It should be, this run game should be in a really good area, in a really good place, because, and also you've got a mobile quarterback that can run to hold those guys on the backside of the defense. Like, there is no excuse for this team not to be a good rushing football team, in my head.
Totally agree. Totally agree. And a lot of it's just, on the defensive side of the ball, they've done a really good job developing a culture of how they play, right? And I would say no other team will ever admit it, but they've become what I believe is a feared unit, right? With how good they are, how they execute, how physical, how tough they are at the line of scrimmage. I mean, that's what you want whenever you see Oklahoma on the schedule and you're a defensive player. You want to be saying, "Oh my gosh, this week of practice is going to be brutal. We're going to get whatever outside zone a million times. They're going to be flying off the ball." You want people to dread playing you. And, a lot of that starts with going back and finding your core runs and getting elite at them.
No doubt about it. Well, you stole my first one, so let's go to number 2 on your list.
Do you want number 2? You want to go first this time?
No, I don't. You stole it. We were going to alternate. So go back to you because that was my one. So go back to you.
Okay, I'm probably stealing another one of yours.
That's fine, Ted. That's fine with me.
Offensive line development. We, Fasusi, great year as a true freshman. Boje, great year as a true freshman. EPL, first time starting, redshirt freshman, did some really good stuff. Michaela, he was solid. You could count on him. But a lot of what we're talking about for goals for the football team, like how many games can they win, like all of these things, the vast majority of that is built in that all these guys are going to make big jumps from freshman to sophomore years, right? I mean, that's kind of what your thought process is. And we got to see it in the spring. And I think we've agreed on it in the past that I think your biggest jump as a football player is from your first year starting to your second year starting. The first time you're out there, you're holding on for dear life at times, just trying to know what you're doing, know where you're going, try not to stick out like a damn sore thumb out there, and just every now and then find a win or two and be a guy that can contribute, right?
I was so bad my first year starting. So bad.
95, maybe higher percent of guys are bad when they first start. But year 2, after you put all that behind you, you got some time through winter workouts to just let that first year sink in. And you've got a much broader amount of knowledge going into spring ball. And spring ball's where you fine tune a lot of the mistakes that you made previously and make a lot of those things second nature. And then the next year, you're a totally different football player. I think that happens to a lot of guys. It happened for me personally. That needs to happen for our guys on the offensive line.
Okay, so you did kind of steal my second one, but not quite all the way.
Okay.
Mine's a little more specific.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it is. But first. Ooh, that was a good one.
That was good. That's got to be the thumbnail. I mean, you got the eyebrows up and everything.
But first, download the Loves app from Love's Travel Stops, your guide to savings on the road. Fill up for less with the discount on fuel, 10 cents off on every gallon of gas, and 25 cents off on every gallon of auto diesel. And don't forget, in the store, you can unlock mobile deals on the Loves app to save on snacks, drinks, and select meals at Love's restaurants. Plus, you can plan your pit stops for your next road trip with the map and route planner. All from Love's, the heart of the highway.
Steaks are back. Didi Ranch's luxury steak cuts are restocked and ready to ship straight to your door. From mouth-watering ribeyes to silky smooth fillets, this is the best beef Oklahoma has to offer. And here's the kicker. They're now shipping next day air for free when you use code SOONER at checkout. That's right. Next day air, like Amazon Prime, but for steak. Didi Ranch delivers taste and tradition the luxurious way.
And we are brought to you by Simple Modern, the Oklahoma Sooners official drinkware partner. The weather's turning, spring break is on the calendar, and spring sports schedules are heating up. Between tournaments, weekend getaways, and afternoons spent cheering on the Sooners, you and your family are on the move. Good news. That's where Simple Modern really shines. The new Mesa Loop is built for every loop of your family's spring, from early morning games to long days on the road. It's the grab and go bottle that keeps up with it all. And like everything Simple Modern makes, it delivers serious quality at a price that makes sense. And with 10% of profits going to charity, many right here in Oklahoma, every sip supports Oklahomans. Simple Modern, good everywhere.
Schwab Meat has been smoking the highest quality meats, hot dogs, and sausages in OKC since 1912. Go to schwabmeat.com to order any of Schwab's outstanding products and use promo code OKBreakdown for free shipping on orders over $75. Schwab dogs are iconic. I like to keep it simple. Just a bun, dog, mustard, ketchup. Also, the jalapeno cheddar smoked sausage is ridiculous. Schwabmeat.com, code OKBreakdown for free shipping on orders over $75. Schwab Meat, the official hot dog of game days. Insurica has launched a new digital agency introducing Insurica Direct. Whether you're in Oklahoma or anywhere across the U.S., they've got you covered. From small business insurance and health insurance for your employees to insurance for individuals like home, auto, and even Medicare supplements. Insurica Direct's got it all. Start your journey today at insuricadirect.com. Remember, at Insurica, we specialize in you.
Okay, so my guy's Heath Ozaeta. And that's my second question on my list is, what's Heath Ozaeta's role? Because we saw him at Pro Day. There ain't a better looking guard on the roster.
Big dude.
Big, lean, looks good. He's got the exact measurables you're looking for. I mean, now Foje looks fantastic, but Ozaeta he's older. He's been around longer. What's he going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Does he reach his ceiling? Because I think Heath Ozaeta can be a dang good guard if he puts it all together.
Yeah.
But he's got to put it all together, or else he's not going to play much.
Yeah.
Or I say that. He's going to be like, he'll be the third guard. I say he's not going to play much. He's not going to have the type of role he wants to have if he doesn't put it all together.
Right.
And the last thing I want is for Eddie Pierre-Louis and Ryan Foje to feel like they've arrived and like they're safe at the guard spots. And that's assuming that Marion Harris is the right tackle, right? Maybe he ends up being Ozaeta and Foje on the right side. I don't know. We're going to figure all this out over the next 5 months. But what does Heath Ozaeta want to be?
Mm-hmm.
Does he want to be a guy that gets a couple series here, a couple series there? Or does he want to be the guy? Because he's got what it takes to be the guy. He's got the measurables. He's got the physical talent. Can he be more detailed with his technique? And can he crank up the violence and the consistency?
Yeah.
If he does that, man, I think he can be really, really solid, dude. And so that's why you got to make a choice as a player. Hey, do I want to be a starter or do I want to be a backup?
Yep.
And it's not going to be easy. That's why I'm excited about this competition across the O-line. But the development you were talking about, it doesn't just apply to the guys that were, redshirt freshmen and true freshmen a year ago.
Very true.
These veteran guys got to get better too. Like Harris has to make a big jump, in my opinion. With what I watched him do at Arkansas, like he did some good things, but he's got to get better too. But Heath Ozaeta is the guy that I'm going to have a really close eye on throughout spring practice because I have always liked his build. Mm-hmm. I've always liked, kind of what I viewed his ceiling as. He's got to start working to what I think his ceiling is. And he's had some injury issues that have held him back. I understand that. But at some point, you got to be a guy that is reliable, consistent, and violent.
Mhm.
And he's capable of doing that. And this team needs him to do it, man. They need him to
Absolutely.
do it.
Absolutely.
So that's you mentioned the development. Like Heath is the guy that I not to say he's at like a crossroads in his career or anything like that. You never know what's going to happen along the O line, but
It's there. Just
I
go grab it.
that's one thing. Like I don't think anything's set. I know Bill Beanbo. It's not like he's not over there. I can tell you one thing for sure. That man doesn't care at all how much the front office is paying you. I can I can assure you of that. He's going to play the guys that he trusts. He's going to play the guys that are consistent. He is going to play the guys that execute day in and day out in practice. And I think Heath Ozaeta can be one of those guys, but got to put it all together.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see. I can't wait to go out to practice and see what it looks like
It'll
from
be
him.
fun, man. Line of scrimmage is going to be fun to watch in the spring.
I I can't wait.
I know it. I
Look at
know
hey, I just want to I'm so proud of you, man.
it.
Your first two things, run game and O line. Look,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know if I should be. Well, now that I think about it, should I be happy or mad about that? That's fine. I'm proud. I'm in a good
Yep.
mood. We're gonna keep it rolling. Okay, you've stolen my first two. Let's get to number three on your list. Let's see if you can do. Let's see if you can go 3 for 3.
John Mateer,
Oof.
mechanics. I'm clear?
I didn't have material on mine.
Okay.
I all my fears were put to put to bed after I watched him throw 30 passes at Pro Day or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Yep. I think that I don't think there's any denying that John Mateer has a lot of special skills. He's a tough quarterback. He's got a very big, durable build to him. He's athletic. He throws a great ball. He can scramble. He can cut. He can get tough yards in a scrum. I mean, he's got all the skills that you require to play quarterback at a high level. He just needs to pull it all together, right? He needs to, and I think a lot of this, I think, ties into the development of the offensive line. It ties into the run game. It a lot of this stuff is just kind of built in with having some more consistent structure around him to where he doesn't feel like he has to do absolutely everything on every single snap and all of the pressures just bearing down on the guy. But he needs to clean up a lot of the small stuff, the mechanics in the pocket, the quick read stuff on the run game and the RPO game. Um, when to take a chance, when to throw it away, when to take the check down, when to trust his guys on the outside to go make a play for him. Right, we're going to have good wide receivers, and I would also say like how to manage the game as an elite quarterback. It's and I'm not talking about the interception at Tennessee, right? Yeah, that's a factor, but there's a lot to managing a game as a quarterback. The best to ever do it recognize that it's two players battling each other. It's the quarterback on the other side and it's a quarterback on my side. It's me. How do I position the chess pieces on the field and I'm in control of it all? How do I situate the chess pieces to go win football games? How do I help this guy out? How do I get us to the right play in the run game? How do I make a play that doesn't show up in the stat sheet that helps our defense by, pinning them deep or whatever? Like you've got to find a way, you got to get into the mindset of using all of these tools to go win a football game. It's not just snap me the ball and, oh, that guy's open, I'm going to throw it there. It's not just a bunch of individual plays. It's an entire strategic game that you're playing against one guy on the other side. And you got to do everything that you can to position your pieces on the board to go win the game. And just pulling all of that together with the mechanics, the management piece, the leadership piece, like go be the guy. And I think he's got all the tools to do it.
That was beautiful, dude. I mean, that was like deep. I thought you were going to start like getting into game theory or something. I know you're a big game theory guy. That would have been, oh,
Game theory does apply to football.
it does. I'm with you. He's got to take a step. Now, clearly, I do not believe what we saw last season is representative of the type of player that he is.
Totally agree.
I think the injury coming back from it, I think there was a mental, psychological toll there that's it's hard to quantify. You know what I
It
mean?
was a lot for first year in the SEC, new team. Like, hey, you're the leader of this. You just got here yesterday. You go lead this massive program. Yeah, it's a lot.
Hey, come here. You're now like one of the top 5 most famous people in this state. Here you go.
Right.
That just, it's a big deal. And I think that to me in the back half of the season, it kind of felt like it just snowballed on him.
Yep.
He's had time to reset, really take a deep dive of what went wrong for him personally and what went wrong for the offense. And I call me crazy. I think he's going to be really, really good, man. And one of the reasons I believe in John Mateer is because all of his teammates believe in him. It's all we hear when we go up there, man.
That's right.
He's our guy. He's one of the guys. Love the guy. He's the man. Like it's that over and over and over again from every guy we talk to on that team. That means something to me. So if they believe in him, I believe in him. But you're right, man. It's all got to be cleaner. It's all got to be more efficient.
That's right.
And I think you mentioned the passing game, and I completely agree. I thought one of his biggest issues was what you said, like in the RPO stuff, in the read run game. He's got to be a better decision maker.
Mm-hmm.
He can't predetermine that stuff. If the read is screaming, hand it, dude, hand it. If it's gray, hand it. Don't keep it. Hand it. If it's an RPO and it's gray, he's probably going to throw it because that's what quarterbacks do. But I would prefer sometimes please hand it. You know, but it's the decision-making piece overall is where that's where my focus is going to be with him. I know he's got the talent. I'm confident he's been putting in hours and hours and hours of work when it comes to the passing mechanics. But passing mechanics only matter so much if you're not making the right decisions with the football.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the piece for me with Mateer during spring. Like, I just want to see him be crisper and more confident, honestly, like more decisive with his decision making in all of those different situations that Arbuckle puts on his plate in this offense.
Yep. No.
Now, I would also like to see him have to make less of those decisions.
Totally agree.
But
totally agree.
He's still going to have to make a lot of decisions. This is Arbuckle gives the quarterback a lot of autonomy in this thing.
Yep.
He's going to have to make a lot of decisions, but I'd like to see him make less. But the ones he's got to make, he's got to be better.
Yep. No, I think the mechanic stuff from the pocket was a snowball effect from, the pressure, the injury. I mean, you break your thumb, you go have surgery, you rush back out there. I don't think you're in a rush to go step up and throw your thumb right into someone's helmet. I think all of that just weighs on you to some degree, but like I said, he's got all the tools to be able to pull it off. It's just a matter of going out there and putting it all together.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the description. My third one is a defensive player. This is what I have written down. It's time. Are you just a guy or are you a dude? Who do you think I'm talking about?
PJ?
Close, but incorrect.
Um, was it a starter, big contributor from a year ago?
I wouldn't definitely not a starter, and I honestly wouldn't call him a big contributor either. He
Time.
was not. He was who?
Taylor Heim. No?
Danny Okoye.
Ah,
Just staring you right in the face. There's
it,
a bunch of people yelling they're driving in their car going, Okoye, Okoye, idiot. God. Are you just a guy that looks great in his uniform? And everyone
yes.
talks about,
I mean,
well,
he is
he will
that.
always be that. Yes, he will always be that. Are you are you a guy that just has all the physical talent? Or are you gonna be a dude? You're gonna be a football player, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we need him to go from being, oh, that guy's an incredible athlete to that guy's an incredible player. Or Mason Thomason walking back through that door.
Mm-mm.
And Danny Okoye, you look at all those dudes in the edge room. One guy stands out when it comes to the twitch, the bounce, the spring, and it's him. Dude looks like he's carved out of stone. He had 3 tackles last year. Now, I think he did have like 2 sacks. but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
R. Mason's gone. PJ, we know what PJ is at this point, and I hope he takes a step as a pass rusher. And I think with more opportunities, he probably will.
Yep.
But he's a power player, Ted.
Yeah. And he is excellent at the things that he's good at. But like the one thing that you have to say is lacking in his game is getting to the quarterback.
And Taylor Wine is, I mean, I expect him to take another jump. He was incredibly impressive, but he's got some good twitch to him. He's got some good moves, but like he overwhelms guy by just being
Motor.
a dog, you know what I mean? Which is about the nicest thing you can say about a football player.
And it's a great quality. There's a lot of those players at the next level.
Why can't Danny Okoye be that guy? Combine the physical talent and be a dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's what this team needs. Is Danny Okoye gonna let Jake Krell come here and get third down, like get sub package pass rush snaps over him? Is he gonna let that happen?
Hell no. He better not.
You know what I'm saying?
And I like Krell.
I'm with you. But Okoye, this is something we've talked about a lot on here over the years. Your physical freaks got to be your best players, man.
Got to be.
And unless my eyes are lying to me, Okoye's way up there on the list of the physical freaks we got on this football team.
That's right.
It kind of feels like I'm calling him out. It's kind of how sounded coming out of my mouth, but it's just like we've heard for the last 2 years what this guy is physically.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he was raw and all those things, but at some point, like you can't be the guy that's raw. You got to be the guy that's a playmaker. You got to use your physical gifts, marry that up with attitude, with technique, and go make plays. Because Okoye can make an incredible amount of money playing football. But it's got to start this year, you know what I mean? Like you got to go start producing.
Yeah.
And there's that is a void that needs to be filled on this team with R. Mason's departure.
Every job has its ugly parts, right? And playing defensive end in this scheme, there is a lot that is asked of those guys. I mean, how you get attacked in the run game and some blocking schemes. And you got to be a sacrificial lamb every now and then, right? You can't just crawl out and get to a wide nine and go screaming up the field on every play. And I'm not saying that he does this. I'm just saying, like, you have to get elite at the ugly stuff. Closing square down the line of scrimmage on the backside of a zone play. Taking on a double team, blowing up the fullback on the split zone. You have to be great at the ugly parts to get your chance to go make the money. To me, that's where his main focus needs to be, is get great at all that. That stuff is easy. It just requires a little bit of thinking and a little bit of preparation and a little bit of drill work and a little bit of want to, and then you get great at that stuff. Guess what? You get to go after the quarterback on third down. You don't get good at that stuff, you get to sit over there on the sideline and hold your helmet, man. That's just how it goes.
When the fall rolls around, after we play Michigan, and then we play our first couple SEC teams, I don't see any reason why when every opponent, let's say after Texas, turns on the tape, they should all go, dude, have you seen this kid from Oklahoma?
Yep.
And they'll be one of the coaches, hey, yeah, remember he played a couple snaps against us last year. Yeah, good looking kid. And they're like, are you watching it? Like, that's what it needs to be, man.
Yep.
And that starts now. That starts in spring.
That's right. And hey, he's got the makeup for it. And I'm not just talking about the physical tools. We know that, like, he's an energy guy. He's an effort guy. He wants to play a million miles an hour. If he can dial in the ugly part of the job, he's going to be a great player.
It just dawned on me, and the way that you're describing him, it's very similar to the Grayson Halton situation, how his career played out.
Yeah.
Now, Grayson's not the physical outlier that Okoye is, but what held Grayson back early in his career?
Yep.
Was he taking it serious
Yep.
enough? Was he doing all the dirty work, like adding the weight, having the straight, like anchoring on double teams? We knew the guy could rush the passer. But once he got good at the ugly stuff, all of a sudden he's out there making play after play after play, like being a difference maker.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see any reason why Okoye can't be on the exact same path. You know what I mean?
That's right. And I'll
At
tell
defensive
you,
end, of course.
the football guys that are watching the film at the next level, they get just as excited about guys that do the ugly stuff great as they do the guy that can run around the edge. Like when you got a dude that can check all the boxes, there's a lot of money involved.
All right, let's get to number 4 on your list. But
Okay.
first, I got you again.
Got me.
I got you. But
Got
first,
me.
for all of us Sooners, there comes a time when we need help. We need someone to fight for us, and that Sooner is Jeff Marr at the Marr Law Firm. If you are battling cancer or any other life-threatening condition and your insurance carrier is either slow playing or outright denying your treatment, use the law to get the medical care you need. Marr Law Firm believes you shouldn't have to fight your insurance company while also fighting for your life. Go to see Jeff Marr at the Marr Law Firm. They turn victims of insurance bad faith into champions.
We are brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has the products, people, and knowledge you need to keep your vehicle ready to hit the road. Backed by a nationwide network of nearly 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and 18,000 Napa Auto Care centers, you're never far from the parts you need to stay ahead of the curve. Whether it's your AC, oil change, cleanup, or tune-up, visit your local Napa Auto Parts or NapaOnline.com for all your automotive needs.
And 3 things matter in banking: service, service, and service. And First Fidelity Bank's commitment to exceptional service is more than a promise. It's their foundation. FFB has been by your side for over a century, and they are honored to be a part of your journey. Banking isn't about where you've been, it's about where you are headed. Open an account at an award-winning bank today at ffb.com. At First Fidelity Bank, we go where you go. And go to opolisclothing.com and use promo code OB10 for 10% off our podcast merchandise and the best OU gear around. That's opolisclothing.com and use promo code OB10. Buttery soft and 10% off. With ice cold beers, great food, and TVs all around, Pub W is the perfect spot to catch OU football and NFL Sundays. Pub W has been voted best happy hour 3 years in a row and serves brunch Saturday and Sunday mornings until 2 p.m. You can enjoy classics like chicken and waffles and their steak breakfast burrito, as well as unique dishes like the Big Country Benedict. Plus, brunch marries, mimosas, and espresso martinis. Visit pubw.com to find a location near you. Pub W, good food, good drinks, good people. Number 4. Let me do that again.
Okay.
Number 4.
There you go. That's pretty good.
That was pretty good, right?
I'm going the deep ball attack. You know, it's been a big problem area for us. And you know, we've had explosive plays. We've had some really nice explosive plays whenever we've had to have them. But we have not had a consistent deep ball threat, it feels like, in a really long time. And I think that there's a lot that go, like, I could sit here all night and give you reasons why, but I tie this into the number one thing was the run game, right? That's number one. If you check that box, guess what? You're going to have great opportunities to throw the ball deep. Offensive line development, my number 2. If that offensive line development happens, you're going to be able to run the ball and you're going to be able to protect your quarterback. There's going to be opportunities to throw the ball deep. I mean, Mateer's mechanics, right? Like the game management pieces, all of that ties in to being able to throw the deep ball, putting your team in situations where you can get aggressive and attack people, and trusting your players to go make some catches for you. I love the receiving core. We added Trell Harris, fantastic deep ball player. Satania, I mean, in most games, he's probably going to be the fastest guy on the field, right? And a great route runner, a guy that can get open. There's young guys. I love Elijah Thomas. I think he is made for the deep ball. Can he step up? But we have to figure out a deep ball attack. We will never unlock the true potential of our offense. And like I said, a lot of this is all really started from the run game, you know, but we have to be able to make people scared of us deep, right? I mean, we just watched the combine. Oklahoma guys were lighting it up. Burks was lighting it up. Robert Spears Jennings lighting it up, lighting up the clock. When people play Oklahoma, they need to be scared of the offensive line and what they can do to you physically, and they need to be scared of the speed that we have on the field because we have fast guys. We have great talent. We just have to be able to put all of the pieces together to be able to take advantage of it. And I think we got a quarterback that throws a really nice deep ball. All the recipe is there, but you have to make the offense has to function properly to really be able to hit people, to get the looks that you need to be able to attack people down the field.
It just makes playing offense so much easier.
Chunk plays, man.
When you get that, and that's the thing. I mean, we struggled mightily to produce explosive plays in the run game and in the pass game. And like you mentioned, it's all connected, but you have to, you can't go on 10 and 12 play drives all the time.
No.
It's really hard. It's really, really hard. And
unless like you just want to, and that's what you're going to do to people, that's not the story we're talking about right now. We're talking about the grinder down the field where you're 4 third downs. Like it's constant. It's tough. Every yard is a battle.
We didn't push it down the field much.
No.
At all. And it goes back to the run game. And this should be the goal. Make a defense go, oh my gosh, We feel so threatened by their speed. We're going to play too high and dare them to run it. That would bring me so much joy.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
then
mean,
when they do that, guess what you do, Ted?
you run it right over the top of them.
You run it. You run
Yep.
it. You take what they give you.
Well, I mean, the way
And
I
then you
look at
make
it
them
is,
bring an extra guy in the box. And then what do? You throw
well,
it over their head.
here's the thing, man. Like I said, this is a chess game. You have to make moves that make, and I say this as a horrible chess player. My son's beat me 3 out of the last 4.
Oh,
He's
no.
11. But you have to make moves that change people's strategy, right? If you're dinking and dunking it down the field, getting small chunks, is anyone on the other sideline saying, oh my God, we've got to rethink this thing? We've got to change what we're doing. We got to stop doing this and we're going to have to start doing that. You're not forcing anyone's hand. You want chunk plays, make people change the way that they have to defend you. And we just haven't had access to that. But I think because of these other pieces, if we're able to accomplish that, I think personnel wise, we're set up to be a great deep ball team.
I completely agree. It's just one of my core beliefs in football. I think the best way to set up deep balls down the field is under center play action. I cannot describe how much joy it would bring me to see us run some stretch, which is wide zone to the tight end, and then set up some play action like, oh, Mateer turns. He fakes like he's handing the stretch. He moves the pocket. He sets up. He's untouched. The defense has played run. Now all the linemen, they're going from play and run. They're trying to convert to pass rushers. The linebackers are panicking. The safety that has overreacted to the play fake, he's freaking out. He's trying to get back, Ted.
There's a coach running down the opposite sideline screaming at his defensive backs.
And Mateer just on balance, whoosh.
The quiet sound of 85,000 people just standing up, looking down the field. Here it comes.
Satania on the deep over route. Boom. Touchdown.
Is there anything more pleasing to the eye? I mean, think about Aaron Rodgers when he was in his bag in Green Bay in the play. Is there anything in football that looks better than that?
No. No.
It's awesome.
Now you got me excited. But you're right. Hey, the offense has to be more explosive. The offense has to just be flat out better. We all know that was the weak link of the football team a year ago, and I expect it to be better. I think we're going to be quite a bit better on offense. I really do.
Totally agree.
But you have to be more explosive. And I thought you described it perfectly. Defenses have to feel threatened, man.
Yep.
And that ties into run game, but it's also something we talked about a lot last season. Mateer has to throw him.
Yep.
Even when the guy may be step for step with your guy, give your guy a chance. Like Parker Livingston, 6'4", guy can run. If he's got a one-on-one and maybe the guy's running at his hip, who cares? Throw it. Let him go get it.
I'll tell you right now, it's a hell of a lot harder on the guy covering than it is on the guy running the route.
I hear you, man. Trell Harris, you're right. The more I watch him, remember, wife falls asleep. What am I doing, Ted? I got the iPad. I'm watching. The more I watch that guy, more I like. Think he's gonna be.
I agree, and I love Satania, but I am ready. I am planting my flag and dying on the Elijah Thomas hill. I'm ready to. I'm hammering the stake in right now.
Room for one more?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. All right. My number four. Just who's our third running back? Is that a bad one?
No,
It
because
may be who's our first running back, who's our second running back. But I
we
just
didn't have a third running back for the majority of the season last year.
I
And at times we didn't have a second running back.
I, I think because it feels like, and I know that those guys played really banged up late in the season. I understand that, but it feels like Xavier Robinson and Torrey Blaylock. Those guys are going to be factors. You know what I mean?
Sure, absolutely.
How big their role will be, we'll see how that all ends up shaking out. But I'd be surprised if both of those guys aren't factors.
No doubt.
But when you look at that third back, I, I don't know how Dylan McCullough views Jonathan Hatton,
Clean slate with the new coach. You know how it goes.
Des Walker, Lloyd Avant. Like, I don't, he's got no loyalty to anyone in that room. I say that you know what I mean by that.
Yeah,
Not in a bad way.
He's got no preconceived notions of what anyone is.
He has
He's
come
seen
in
them on film and like, he knows the players, but like, let's go see who the best guy is.
and the workouts and the OTAs. That's one thing. No. Let's put some pads on. Then let's see. So that's why I find that third running back spot, like that's one of the big questions for me. Like, does someone really emerge that can push Robinson and Blaylock? Threaten those guys like, hey, dang, dude, this guy, he looks good. Like, can one of these guys be the starter? You know what I mean? I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. But I think it's really important for a third running back to really emerge out of this group.
Yeah, I agree.
And I know they're really excited about the freshman, and I will not be surprised if it's Des Walker. Like, ever since I saw that kid's high school highlight tape, I was like, I like that guy.
Yeah.
And I still haven't forgot what Dylan McCullough said about him at the media day about his pass protection.
Yeah.
I can't get that out of my head. But I think that third running back spot, I think that's going to be really interesting. I think that's one of the more we've heard Venables now talk about, like, hey, what type of competitive depth are we going to have? Like, that's a really important spot, especially if Arbuckle wants to do some more two-back stuff. Like, one of those guys could be the quote-unquote starter in the two-back sets. Sometimes, like, you want to assign a guy to a certain personnel grouping like that to keep them invested, but also like they earn time on the field. And like, could that be Jonathan Hatton? Could it be Des Walker? Could it be Lloyd Avant? I don't know, but that third running back spot, I view it as very important, and we kind of need to see who that guy's going to be here in spring.
Yeah, I totally agree. Can I add one thing?
You may.
If you were born in the United States within the last 80 years, there's pretty much been three certainties: death, taxes, and Oklahoma football has one of the best running backs in the country for 80 years. Almost across the entire, even when we've been in down times, right? We've had that dude at the running back. We have to have that dude again. We cannot, like, there's something about what you think of a football team based solely off of what their running back is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of, your running back kind of is the personification of the mentality of your football team. When someone comes to town and they've got a 6'3", 235-pound running back that's averaging 120 a game, everyone on the football team knows it. You know what I'm saying? We got to find that guy again. Maybe
I,
it's one of the guys from last year. Maybe it's one of the young guys. Maybe it's a portal guy. But I cannot live on this planet much longer without Oklahoma having one of the best running backs in the country. It's got to happen.
I'm with you, man. That's about as well as it can be put. So I think we should move on.
Okay.
Let's get to number 5 on our list. But first, whether you're a guy that likes to clean shave every day or a bearded guy that just needs to line your neck and cheeks up, the Harry's Plus razor is the only way to go. The second you put this thing in your hand, you know it's nice. It's so heavy. The blades look amazing. You can just see and feel how luxurious this thing is. And when you shave with it, you feel like you're giving yourself a barbershop quality shave. It's awesome. And maybe the best part is how affordable it is. Harry's controls their entire production process from steel to shelf, so they're able to keep costs low. And for a limited time, our listeners can get the Harry's Plus trial set for only $10 at harrys.com/OKBreakdown. This set includes the all-new Harry's Plus razor, one refined 5-blade cartridge, a 2-ounce foaming shave gel, and a travel cover to protect your blades on the go. Just head to harrys.com/OKBreakdown to claim this offer. And after your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. And we are brought to you by Square, your all-in-one business partner making your day-to-day easier. From point-of-sale systems and payments to inventory and customer tools, Square brings everything together in one simple platform so you can stay organized, sell anywhere, and keep things moving. No matter what business you're running, Square gives you the flexibility to grow at your own pace and even set up an online store in just a few clicks. And right now, listeners can get up to $200 off Square hardware when you sign up at square.com/go/OKBreakdown. That's SQUARE.com/go/OKBreakdown. Visit Square to get started because the right tools make all the difference. Square keeps this up so you don't have to slow down. Get everything you need to run and grow your business without any long-term commitments. And why wait? Right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/OKBreakdown. That's SQUARE.com/go/OKBreakdown. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today. Number 5.
This one is pretty short and sweet for me. I've been just like right on the offense, right, about this spring. But defense, the depth at the interior defensive line position.
Dang it.
Yes.
You stole 3 of my 5.
Yep. It's critical. We all know Grayson Holton, massive part of our football team last year, gone. Dominic Williams gone. Now, yeah, we love Jaden Jackson and Stone coming back. We know that we're not going to miss a beat there with those guys, right? They're going to be excellent. But one of the things that made us such a potent defense last year was the depth in the interior. We had essentially had 4 starters where each guy's a little better at some different things. They offer something different, but there ain't no fall off in play with any of those guys out there. That has to continue. 2 guys ain't enough on the interior of the defensive line. You can't ask those guys to play, 75, 80, 85 snaps at the level that they need to. You got to have some depth. And I like the guys that we got to draw from. All right. We talked about, some of the poor guys, Bishop Thomas coming in, the youngster Brian Harris, but they like Trent Wilson and what he did a year ago and some of the stuff as a young guy. Nigel Smith, Venable said it on this podcast that he's been a different dude through the offseason. Here we go, right? It's kind of like the Okoye conversation we had earlier, the Ozaeta conversation we had. Let's see it. Go put it out there. Owazulu, the transfer, are you going to sit around and wait for it to be your turn? Or are you going to go out there and grab it this spring and be someone that can go make some plays on the defensive line for us? Like, it can't be understated how important it is to find our depth on the D line. The more, the merrier. That's just how it works on the defensive line.
Defensive tackle depth was mine. But if I'm focusing in on one guy, for me, after just seeing the way he looks physically at Pro Day, it is Nigel Smith. That guy's back as wide as a house now. He's there. He's fully converted to the interior defensive lineman. Congratulations, young man. But when the head coach, who is arguably the best defensive mind in college football over the last 25 years, says this guy has had the best offseason of anyone on the team, that gets my attention.
Yep.
That carries a lot of weight. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, BV does not throw stuff around like that all willy-nilly, dude.
I know.
So I've gotten eyes on him recently. He looks the part.
What do you guess? How much you think he weighs?
All of 295. Maybe 300. Dude, he looks good.
And he's a tall dude too, right?
That's what he's not short. Like he's not he looks the part, man.
Yeah.
So I am just and the thing that I kind of keep coming back to is I think our most impactful defensive tackle last season was Grayson Halton. He technically wasn't a starter.
Yep.
Dom Williams and Jaden Jackson ran out first, right?
Yeah.
Grayson didn't really care. He went out there and he made plays. So these guys, you just watch a guy do it that way, and he's about to get drafted high.
Yeah.
Whether it's Wilson or Smith or Bishop Thompson, whoever, doesn't matter if you're a starter, dude. Go make plays when you get your opportunity.
Hell, I don't even know if Heineke was a starter. There was a bunch of guys out there that made a ton of plays for us that whatever. If you're there, you're going to get plenty of opportunity to go play. This staff has proven that.
But I'm so intrigued by Nigel Smith, number one, because of what Venables said on here about him.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's be real, you rarely see a guy go from being a complete non-factor to making plays and standing out. And when the head coach says you've had the best offseason of anyone on the team, I'm kind of expecting you to make some plays and stand out,
A hell of a story. It's a hell of a story.
He'd be one of many, many guys that have gone through this program that have added some weight, kicked inside, and had some success.
Yep.
But I am very intrigued about the defensive tackle depth, but most notably Nigel Smith.
I agree.
I guess we got to go to practice now, dude. Hurry up. We should throw out the disclaimer. We recorded this very far in advance.
Yeah.
If something in the last couple of days in the OU football world has happened, there something very significant.
Real big question for the spring that we just don't know about yet.
That may be we'll get to it on the next episode.
Yep.
But yeah, that's one of those things. It's not like they were hiding it. Stone seems like he's been banged up in the winter, right? Saw him walking in the boot at Pro Day. It's not disclosing state secrets here. It was televised.
Right.
So some of these guys are going to have a great opportunity at defensive tackle. But yeah, disclaimer. We record this way in advance. So if we miss something really important, that's on us. Feel good about it? Feel good about our questions?
I like it. It's a good place to start.
On that note, episode 617 in the books. We'll have a new podcast that'll drop on Sunday. just a reminder, please subscribe, please, to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, and please subscribe, please, to our YouTube channel. Hope you all have a great rest of your week. Have an awesome weekend. Until next time, we appreciate you all for listening. Do what you always do, Oklahoma. Take care of each other.